Concerning the conversion of Ireland to Christianity, we know that England, Ireland, all these areas were Druids, ancient Greek stuff. Druids meaning Dries, meaning oak. So they were pagans, obviously. Now, archaeologists are stunned by the link between Halley's Comet and Ireland's Christian conversion. It was the age of course, St. Patrick. And I love him because he was the saint, basically, that brought me to my conversion. I had a dream with him. Anyway, archaeologists here, stunned by the evidence of a link between Halley's Comet having blackened the ancient world with clouds of darkness and Ireland's conversion to Christianity. Halley's Comet stunned humans throughout history. It was first observed around 239 BC. According to the European Space Agency, Chinese astronomers recorded the passage of this comet in the Shi, Chi, and Wen Xian Tung Kao Chronicles. And another study published that date suggests that the first observations actually happened 466 BC. So this would have made it visible to the ancient Greeks as well. Halley's Comet returned in 164 BC and 87 BC and has done the rounds every 75 years since then. Now, the most famous comet, Halley's Comet influence, has been attributed to multitudes of landmark events in history as well. Credited with inspiring Genghis Khan to dispatch his Mongols on the invasion of Europe, its return in 1456 famously overlapped with the Ottoman Empire invasion of the Balkans, among other things, and it appeared, again, scientists say his appearance could also be to blame for the ancient Ireland's conversion from Druidism to Christianity. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. Of course, the first thing that we should give credit to, and glory to God, is the fact of the tremendous amount of miracles that were taking place. One of them, for example, when St. Patrick lit the fires, when only the kings were supposed to light the fires, and he lit a fire, and the king said, from seeing it afar during the night, "Who lit the fire before me?" And he took off with his guards to find out who it was, and it was St. Patrick. And St. Patrick said to the king, "I lit it because I wanted you to come to me for your conversion." And the king converted due to a tremendous miracle, and so did all his kingdom. Now, these things were going on, these miracles were going on almost daily. But the king asked Patrick to prove to him that his God is the true God, and asked him to do a miracle with his little deacon, his young man, the deacon who was the second bishop of Ireland after St. Patrick. And after that miracle, the king saw that the young man came out of a burning hut unscathed, and he believed in the Lord. Now, going back to this, I'm saying that, the miracles were basically what was the cause of the conversion. But of course, those who didn't see the miracles or hear them were aware of what was going on in the skies above them. So this Halley's Comet passing and the asteroids and celestial events above their heads, it was explored during the Smithsonian Channel documentary Sacred Sites Ireland. And the traditional story goes that the 5th century AD, a man named Patrick, that was St. Patrick, of course, traveled to Ireland from Rome. He had a vision given to him that he would be the first bishop of Ireland, and that's exactly what happened, and managed to convert the pagan population to the religion of Christ. But researchers since questioned the legitimacy of this. I don't know why they're questioning it, because it did take place. Dr. Patrick McCafferty, a Celtic scholar, said the reality wasn't like that. St. Patrick did not travel all over Ireland. He was confined mainly to the northern part of Ireland, yes, but he had disciples. One of them, of course, a very big saint, Saint Bridget of Ireland. And most of the time, the firstborn, whether they were men or women, did become monastics and very great saints. They were all disciples of St. Patrick, spreading out throughout Ireland. So also, going back to this, also we know that other people were teaching at the same time. We also know that even by a century after his death, paganism still survived in Ireland. Okay. It was dwindling though. Scientists since looked further into why Ireland may eventually have transitioned from its native religion, Druidism, paganism, and made the link between the event that Halley's Comet passing had an extraordinary effect on the climate around the same time as well. In around 540 AD, a massive dust cloud appeared in the atmosphere. Researchers delved to ancient ice stores from the times, lining the dates of the dust cloud alongside other historical events that were happening at that time, and the analysis of the particles and air bubbles trapped in the ice. From that, they found that the two events appeared to be interlinked. Dr. Dallas Abbott, geophysicist, studied the samples from the ice cores and covers from Greenland for years. She explains that Greenland ice core samples tell us there was an extraterrestrial dust coming into the Earth's atmosphere from 533 until 539 and 540 AD. Extraterrestrial dust. Can you imagine? Space dust. Now, back then, they described the stars as dancing, and that's basically due to there being a lot of dust. And she believes that this trail of celestial dust came from Halley's Comet, which appeared in the skies at 530 AD. Can you imagine? And she's discovered something even more astonishing, that Halley's at that time left a hefty trail of debris in its wake. She says some places in the cometary dust trail were bigger than the comet. One of those hit the Earth near the equator, and that produced most of the profound darkness between 536 and 537 AD. The scientific evidence backed up by accounts from history. One medieval historian says a comet so vast that the entire sky seemed to be on fire, while the Romans also observed bizarre change in the landscape, a pale sun that had lost its heat and vigor. That's astonishing. And ancient Irish annals report food and shortages. The result was catastrophic, of course. And they said we have a famine, we had the plague, we also had references to the stars falling and comets in the sky from 530s to 540s AD. Now together, I suspect that these were enough to convince people that the religion they used to believe in was not working for them anymore, so they had to leave for something new. And in a sense, Christianity would have brought this message that these are symbols of the world ending, and now was the time to switch religion, to change from Druidism to Christianity. And this is by Joel Day of Express UK. And we'll just take a look at the orbit of Halley's Comet. Here it goes, the orbit path of Halley against the orbits of our planets. This is an animation by Wikipedia, Novel Design. You can see this, okay? And it goes faster as it heads in towards the sun. It goes faster and then whips around, as you can see, slower towards the edges. Halley's Comet discovered, first predicted perihelion, prehistoric, of course, and mean diameter about 11 kilometers, so it's pretty big, 15 by 8 kilometers. The Orionid meteor originating from Halley's Comet, streaking the sky in the Milky Way. The Orionid meteor originating from Halley's Comet, streaking the sky below Milky Way and to the right of Venus. Amazing. So a lot of these meteor showers do come from Halley's Comet. The nucleus of Halley's Comet by the Giotto probe in 1986. The dark coloration of the nucleus can be observed, as well as jets of dust and gas erupting from its surface. This is from ESA. Amazing. and before 1166, the various annals concerning Halley's Comet, recorded 164 BC in Babylon, and this plaque is in the British Museum. So we can see how old it is. And it's going around every 75 years, and this is the Chinese Chronicle, report of Halley's Comet by Chinese astronomers, 240 BC, by Shiji. Isn't that something? They used to write from top to bottom and from right to left. Amazing. So this is how old it is. Thank you for your support, and I'll leave the links below for you for this. Please leave your comments. Thank you.